nature stands formidable in all her beauty and purity, providing us with a mirror in which we can view our own lives. Within nature, we can sense our own humanity. Through the centuries, nature has continued to inspire the human mind and led poets to reflect their emotions in their own unique style. Let us explore the work of a few noted English poets and see nature through their eyes.
Behold her, single in the field, yon solitary Highland lass, reaping and singing by herself. Stop here, or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain, and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound.
William Wordsworth was nature's premier poet, a master of word painting. He saw nature in her simplicity with a sensitive eye and ear.
Whatever the theme the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending, I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. I listened, motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more.
A true romantic, not only do his poets bring vivid images of scenic beauty, but also the sound with metaphors and personification that conjures up beautiful pictures, celebrating nature to the fullest, as in Daffodils. William Blake, another poet from the Romantic era, was spiritually inspired by nature. He saw spiritual presence in the earth and the air around him, all concerned with his fate or that of his friends.
With happiness stretched across the hills, in a cloud that dewy sweetness distills, with a blue sky spread over with wings, and a mild sun that mounts and sings, with trees and fields full of fairy elves, and little devils who fight for themselves, with angels planted in hawthorn bowers, and God himself in the passing hours.
Blake saw spirituality even in all of God's creations, as in Tyger, one of his most famous poems.
Tyger, Tyger, burning bright, in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire?
Spring, summer, fall, winter. Nature presents a unique face with every season. John Keats' passion for beauty works through an aesthetic organism of extraordinary delicacy and power, which gives his poetry a sensuous richness. Ode to Autumn presents various aspects of the season, like the fullness, softness, and its ripeness.
Who hath not seen thee oft amid thy store? Sometimes whoever seeks thee abroad may find thee sitting careless on a granary floor, thy hair soft lifted by the winnowing wind, or on a half-reaped furrow sound asleep, drowsed with the fumes of poppies, while thy hook spares the next swath and all its twined flowers. And sometimes, like a gleaner, thou dost keep steady thy laden head across a brook, or by a cider press with patient look, thou watchest the last oozings, hours by hours.
All that humanity feels can never be more than just one part of the huge soul of nature. This light-hearted verse by Anne Bronte brings out a sweet and sincere pathos of its own.
My soul is awakened, my spirit is soaring, and carried aloft on the wings of the breeze. For above and around me the wild wind is roaring, arousing to rapture the earth and the seas. The long withered grass in the sunshine is glancing, the bare trees are tossing their branches on high. The dead leaves beneath them are merrily dancing, the white clouds are scudding across the blue sky.
In the Victorian era, women poets like Christina Rossetti took inspiration from nature's beauty and compared it with human emotions.
I feel no spring, while spring is well nigh blown. I find no nest, while nests are in the grove. Woe's me for mine own heart that dwells alone, my heart that breaketh for a little love. While golden in the sun rivulets rise and run, while lilies bud, for springtide is begun.
Poets love to play with nature by portraying animated versions of nature to amuse children and trigger dreams in their little minds, as in the telltale cuckoo and the naughty Jack Frost.
The cuckoo is a telltale, a mischief-making bird. He flies to east, he flies to west, and whispers into every nest the wicked things he's heard. He loves to spread his naughty lies and laughs about it as he flies. Cuckoo, he cries, cuckoo, cuckoo, it's true, it's true.
Look out, Jack Frost is about. He's after our fingers and toes. And all through the night the gay little sprite is working when nobody knows. He'll climb each tree, so nimble is he. His silvery powder he'll shake. To windows he'll creep, and while we're asleep, such wonderful pictures he'll make. Across the grass he'll merrily pass, and change all its greener to white. The home he will go and laugh, ho, 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 what fun I've had in the night.
Life is eternal, and the moment of death is the transition from life to death in which one fuses with the universe.
Whose woods are these? I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow.
Robert Frost's factual description suggests a journey towards death. His delights in contemplating the woods filled up with snow seems a mysterious involvement with the beautiful, cold world of death.
The woods are lovely, dark and deep. But I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
For modernists like D.H. Lawrence, poetry was a medium for expression of sudden intuition, momentary glimpses of natural beauty, startling identification of the psychology and emotions of animals and birds, moments of bitterness, and exasperation of human stupidity. He follows no rules of rhyme, in fact uses free verse, which allows the poem to develop its own rhythm.
A snake came to my water trough on a hot, hot day, and I in pajamas for the heat, to drink there.
in the deep, strange scented shade of the great dark carob tree, I came down the steps with my pitcher, and must wait, must stand and wait, for there he was at the trough before me. He reached down from a fissure in the earth wall in the gloom, and trailed his yellow-brown slackness soft-bellied down over the edge of the stone trough, and rested his throat upon the stone bottom, and where the water had dripped from the tap in a small clearness.
Modern post-World War poets used sinister connotations of nature, like Sylvia Plath's poem, Mushrooms. The proliferation of mushrooms is indefinably horrible, a life force stripped of everything except a will to survive and multiply.
Overnight, very whitely, discreetly, very quietly, our toes, our noses take hold on the loam, acquire the air. Nobody see us.
The form of life depicted as ugly, mean, and altogether inferior, a frightening reminder that the qualities we call higher intelligence, love, and wisdom may not be creation's final word.
Widen the crannies, shoulder through holes. We are shelves, we are tables, we are meek, we are edible, nudgers and shovers, in spite of ourselves. Our kind multiplies. We shall by morning inherit the earth, our foot's in the door.
One dreads to think of future poems being written on skyscrapers, smoking industrial machinery, or traffic signals. For if in the name of putting the natural world under human control, we destroy it, nothing could be worse for us. It would be like a baby still in the womb, cutting the cord of life to its own mother. We thank the poets for lending us beautiful perceptions of nature, which have enabled us to enjoy nature to its fullest. What is this life, if so full of care, we have no time to stand and stare.